Okay.
And this is Daniel chapter 3, verse 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah, it was so intense, the flame, that it burned up the men that Nebuchadnezzar had to go grab them to throw them in the flame.
And those were his mighty men.
Right.
His mightiest of mighty men.
So that's how bad Jacob's trouble is going to be. It's going to be so bad that it's going to kill
The other
Trump's
nations.
mighty men. It's going to kill all these other nations' mighty men.
And this is all just for judgment of Jacob,
Right.
meaning the 12 tribes and the seed that sprung from it.
You know, and that's a good thing that I've heard, bro. That's a good point. That only Jacob, we don't need that. No.
That'd go good with you.
No. That's yours. Cover that bald head. Right here. The just like here, it's the same thing. What the brother was just talking about.
Verse 23. And these three
Oh,
men.
chill out. It just can't remind me. See, Esau couldn't survive this.
Oh, hell no.
Nah.
Esau stubbed his toe and you think he cut his arm off.
Right. So how much more is he not going to be able to survive Jacob's trouble when he's trying to put hell on us? He's going to start killing himself.
And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
Right. So they put him in it. In Jacob's trouble, we're going to be put in that fire too.
Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste and spake, and said unto his counselors,
So he was shocked at what he saw. Right?
Did not we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire?
And Trump's going to say the same thing. Why won't you just die? Because there's men that he's going to send his best snipers, his best CIA, the feds. They're going to try to kill the elect men. But there's men that ain't going to taste death until the judgment comes. Go ahead.
They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt.
Right. What did Yahweh Shai say? Sorry, y'all. When there's two or more, the Lord is in the midst of thee.
Gone. And I shall bring you through the furnace of affliction.
Right. The furnace of affliction. You don't think they're afflicted as they were going in there? But they had that faith where they even said, they declared it. Even if he doesn't deliver us,
We still believe in him more than your gods.
we won't bow.
And you know what the best part about this is? I just caught this. They were thrown into a fire where the men that were taken in there perished in front of their eyes. And they were still able to walk around in there, and the fire was so hot it burned their bonds off. Their bands were loose. That's how they were walking around loose. Because Nebuchadnezzar said, I see four men walking about loose.
And what do you think that's giving you a picture of? Is how intense the fire here, meaning that what is it?
Adversity.
Is going to be so hot here. Everybody's going to be free to do whatever the fuck they want, really. That's why you're going to have that Jacob's trouble.
Gone.
You know, everybody. If a guy wants to go rape, he's going to have the freedom to do
Go
it.
right.
He wants
he's
to
gonna be
kill you
judged
and
for
eat
it,
you,
too.
right? But at that time, those bonds are going to be loosened. In that time of suffering, meaning people are going to be free to do whatever the fuck they want at that time.
Gone.
But Yahweh Shai is going to deliver his men. Why? Because it was ordained by his father. Right.
And the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Power, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose body the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
They were delivered from any kind of form of harm.
They weren't even, they didn't even come out smelling like fire.
They didn't even smell.
That's how powerful the spirit of the Most High is. where he said, if you believe in me, anything is possible. Where he sent the Spirit to shield them from the worldly things.
But you think those 3 men had that faith because they went, they only picked up the Bible once a week?
Or they went to school, they were scholarly?
Yeah.
Or went to church
or
every Sunday?
Or because they wore fringes every day? You think they got that faith from wearing fringes every day?
No, it was given to them.
It was given to them. That's what it means why he was there. He was there the whole time. He wasn't just there because they were in the fire. He was already there when they woke up that morning.
Because they, like it says, there were 3 men who did not bow down to Nebuchadnezzar's gods. You know that there were more than 3 Israelites in captivity in Babylon. So only 3 men had enough faith to say no. That's how many elect are going to be. There's only going to be a few. And 3 is a complete number. A small number out of the entire nation said, we're willing to die in fire, which is a horrible death, before I bow down before a fucking golden calf.
Or for your chip.
For your
RFID chip.
Whatever form of power you want to manifest it as, we're not going to take it.
And that's even coming with this homosexuality. Eventually, if you don't get down with it, they're going to want to kill you or put you in prison for it.
That's a form of effeminate power.
Right.
And effeminate means no spirit, without spirit. Which literally means without the Most High. So you're trying to do everything without him. That's why there's homosexuality. We can have a baby with 2 men. We'll figure it out.
Oh, they'll let you adopt a child and corrupt that child with that.
There we go. We figured it out.
And you notice white people, they never adopt a white child. They always adopt a colored child.
Because we got to help them out. No, what they want to do is they want to spread their philosophy so you go back and intermingle, because they force their little children to play with the like ones. So we want you to intermingle with them and force this upon them.
I just heard of statistics. And I think it's Sweden, they could do the sex changes now for children. Mm-hmm. And they said 50% of the population of elementary school, I forgot what age it was, they said is already in a waiting list to get sex changes.
Oh, you can already do that in America.
Yeah. But I know it's a big thing right now. They said 50% of the population of that school.
Yeah, I'm a boy, but you know, I was born with a vagina.
You know who that is? That's the parents.
Huh?
Telling those kids that.
You know what? You would look so cute in a dress, little Thomas. What if we started calling you Tina? How would you like that?
So how could this not be the last generation? You know, show me the evidence that there is prosperity in the way. You know, but they can't do that.
Huh, you literally have children today that cannot tell time. I mean, I know time is falsely set up, but in order for you to maneuver in the society, you have to be able to tell time. You have children that cannot read an analog clock, let alone know what an analog clock or digital clock is. They think everything is cell phone technology. Before, people don't realize it was set up off the sun. You had to go outside, read a sundial by the shadow, calculate degrees. There was actual math involved. Now the math's all done for you.
It's like the Demolition Man. The Demolition Man, where everything you say could offend them, so they would have that alarm. Beep. $500 for saying a bad word. Beep.
Yeah, PC culture.
It was retarded, you know?
But that's the